the young, and the restless full update. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City gossips. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the madness, and oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Grab your largest cup of coffee or maybe something stronger because the drama is absolutely overflowing right now. We are breaking down every single shocking moment. I am literally shaking right now typing this because I cannot believe what they just did on our screens. I mean, I just finished watching the latest episode and my jaw is permanently on the floor. I am sitting here staring at the credits rolling and my heart is pounding out of my chest. Are we actually seeing this happen? I have been watching this show religiously for years. I have seen every crazy plot twist, every kidnapping, every hostile takeover. But I swear to you, they are pushing boundaries right now that I never thought they would cross again. But here we are. I need to vent. I need to scream. And I know you guys in the fandom are right there with me, probably pulling your hair out too. The writers are absolutely unhinged this month, and I am half celebrating and half complaining because my nerves are completely shot. Let's start with the absolute nightmare happening out in the desert because I am losing my mind over this specific storyline. Matt Clark. I can't even process that this absolute monster is back and causing this massive, explosive scene out in the middle of nowhere. Are you kidding me right now? Nick Newman, Sharon Newman, and Noah Newman are trapped in this abandoned gas station garage, and it feels like a literal horror movie. It doesn't even feel like a soap opera right now. It feels like a psychological thriller. I mean, remember what Matt Clark did to Sharon back in the day? The trauma that man inflicted on her, the way he destroyed her innocence, the way he has haunted this family for decades, it is legendary history. And now he has our entire family cornered in the scorching heat of the Vegas desert, and he is blowing things up. Nick is tied up, he is drugged out of his mind, and he is hitting a rock bottom that we have never seen from the Golden Newman boy. Nick is always the moral compass, the one who judges everyone else, but right now, he is completely broken. He is Matt Clark's personal plaything, and Matt is just pulling the strings for his sick amusement. And I am so sick to my stomach for Sharon. Hasn't this poor woman suffered enough in one lifetime? She has survived cancer. She has survived horrific bipolar disorder crises. She has survived being gaslit and manipulated by literally every man in town. And now she has to sit there completely helpless and watch Nick be tortured by the man who ruined her youth. And poor Noah. Oh my God. Noah is always, always collateral damage in this family's toxic drama. I swear. He's just a good kid who wants to live his life, and now he is fighting for survival, watching his parents be pushed to the absolute brink of death. I know Adam Newman is lurking around somewhere in the shadows, making these cold, strategic moves to keep Nick alive. Adam is playing 4D chess, while Matt is playing checkers. But Adam's methods are so brutal that it looks like pure cruelty. He is forcing Nick to look in the mirror and face his addiction right there in the middle of a hostage crisis. Honestly, this whole desert situation is so intense I can barely watch it through my fingers. But I also can't look away. It's brilliant, gripping television, but it hurts my soul to see them suffer like this. And right in the middle of all this Vegas chaos, we have Chelsea Lawson making this completely desperate, frantic phone call. Chelsea is terrified, and frankly, she absolutely should be. She knows Adam. She knows that when he gets pushed, he gets sucked right back into his dark, dangerous persona out there in Vegas. So what does she do? She makes a desperate call and crosses enemy lines. She is teaming up with Sienna Bacall, of all people. I mean, talk about the most random, strange bedfellows ever, because in desperate circumstances, sisterhood gets weird, right? I kind of love it, though. Chelsea is a survivor. She will do whatever it takes to get her family back intact, even if it means making deals with people she doesn't trust. She is pulling out all the stops, and I am here for Mama Bear Chelsea. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take a breath, leave the desert, and talk about the real devil in this episode. Okay, back to the point. We need to talk about Victor Newman. Because I am so frustrated with the mustache right now, I could literally scream at my television. We jump back to the Newman Ranch in Genoa City, and Michael Baldwin is standing there looking like he wants the ground to just open up and swallow him whole. Michael is trying so hard to be the voice of reason. He actually proposes a totally logical, completely reasonable compromise. He suggests that Victor just buy the Newman Empire back from Phyllis Summers. A clean financial transaction. No blood on the floor, no public scandal. Just write a massive check and end this madness. Victor! But no, of course not, because Victor Newman does not do compromises. He never has, and he never will. He looks Michael dead in the eye with that smug, arrogant smirk and says he doesn't understand why he should have to pay for things that were stolen from him. I mean, the sheer arrogance of this man. Yes, Phyllis played dirty to get control of Chancellor Industries and the Newman assets, but Victor plays dirty every single day of his miserable life. He literally tells Michael that there will be absolutely no negotiations and that there is only one acceptable outcome for him: total, absolute annihilation. He wants to crush Phyllis into dust and blow her away. And how is he doing it? He is using AI-generated fake evidence to frame her. I cannot believe Victor is going high-tech with his villainy. He is literally fabricating digital proof that Phyllis committed corporate crimes, and he is going to hand it over to the authorities. I feel so incredibly bad for Michael in this scene. He is caught in the ultimate, most toxic lose-lose situation imaginable. On one hand, you have Victor, his oldest client, who demands blind, absolute loyalty, or he will ruin you. On the other hand, you have Lauren, Michael's beloved wife, who is fiercely loyal to her best friend and boss, Phyllis. Victor is basically forcing Michael to choose between his career and his marriage. It is so toxic. I just want Michael to tell Victor to shove it, but we all know he is too terrified to do it. Meanwhile, over at Phyllis's office, the walls are literally caving in. It is pure, unadulterated chaos, and the panic is palpable. Lauren Fenmore Baldwin is there, standing by Phyllis like the absolute queen that she is, while Phyllis is probably having a complete hyperventilating meltdown. Her entire staff is quitting. Every single department head is walking out because Victor bought them all out with his billions. Her empire, the Summers conglomerate, is crumbling in real time right before her eyes. And honestly, part of me feels bad for Phyllis because nobody deserves to be framed with fake AI evidence and face federal prison. But another part of me is like, girl, you poked the bear. You stole from Victor Newman. What on earth did you think was going to happen? And then the door opens, and in walks Daniel Romalotti Jr. Oh my God, this scene, I have to pause and talk about this because it blew my mind. Phyllis summoned him because she is panicking, she is cornered, and she desperately needs her family around her to validate her victimhood. Daniel walks in, and he finds out that Victor is coming after his mother with fake evidence. And what is his reaction? Does he gasp? Does he vow to protect her? Does he get angry at Victor? No. He literally doesn't even blink. He acts like going to jail might actually be a good thing for her. I am sorry, but I actually gasped out loud when Daniel said that. Can we please talk about how deeply damaged this mother-son relationship is? Daniel is so incredibly numb to Phyllis's toxic drama at this point. He has spent his entire life watching his mother scheme, lie, cheat, fake her own death, and blow up her own life over and over again. He is exhausted. You can see the pure exhaustion in his eyes. He looks at her facing federal prison because of Victor's frame-up, and he's just like, maybe a timeout behind bars will finally teach you a lesson. IT is brutal. It is so cold. But is he wrong? Am I the only one who kind of agrees with him? I know it's harsh to say to your own mother, but Phyllis never learns any other way. Of course, Lauren immediately jumps in to defend Phyllis because Lauren is the ride or die best friend we all wish we had in our corner. Lauren snaps at Daniel, basically telling him to have some respect and support his mother when she is at her absolute lowest point. I love Lauren so much. I really do. She is standing tall in the middle of this corporate bloodbath, refusing to abandon ship even when the water is up to her neck. But even Lauren has to know deep down that Phyllis brought a massive amount of this on herself. Still, you have to admire her fierce loyalty. She is not going to let Victor destroy her friend without a fight, even if the friend is her own worst enemy. But then Phyllis drops the real reason she is spiraling out of control, and it changes the whole dynamic. It's not just Victor she is afraid of.